morning, everybody. Welcome to the Demonetized podcast, episode 11? 11! Chapter 1 of volume 2 of this big epic series we're writing.
More episodes than we've got fingers.
Yeah, holy smoke. We can't even count it on two hands.
I have to use my pad.
Maya's drawing an extra finger.
Yay.
Oh, no.
That is cool, man. That's interactive. I'm a dude talking to you. My name is Indigo. I'm also joined by the lovely, illustrious Maya Fennec.
Maya Fennec.
So to audio listeners who are like Maya's drawing on her iPad. I know you can't hear that on the audio. She probably sounded like you were just having a stroke or something. But Maya
Fennec. Sounds like you're trying to speak English to someone who doesn't speak English. It's Maya.
Maya Fennec.
Yeah, no, she's writing her name real time and reading it as she's writing.
Yeah, that's how we're going to do the whole podcast.
There we go, yeah.
There we go, Maya Fennec.
Maya Fennec in the house.
That's beautiful handwriting.
Yeah, and now we're going over to... What? No.
This is the worst intro ever.
I like it.
Dave. No, wait.
You can't write with white color.
Dave. Bye. Dave.
Hi, Dave.
You have to draw a picture of me now, as well as just the name. No.
Okay, I can do that.
We'll do it.
Hey,
Yeah.
how
Hi,
you going?
Dave. Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
We are doing pretty well. It's a very grey and cold day here in Sweden. It's like
all right.
yeah.
It's been a beautiful autumn day, so...
It has. You know what? Yesterday I was walking, 2 days ago, I was walking from the tram to this apartment, and I was out very late at night, and I was just walking listening to some spooky, scary skeleton song. And I was just walking by, some street lights and some trees that were like losing their leaves, and I just realized that it quite literally looks like Halloween outside, because like the sky was black and everything was black, the streetlights were super orange, the leaves were orange, and I'm like, I see why these are the Halloween colors now.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
Took me 26 years to realize, so that was cool. Halloween is coming up.
What'd you say?
Halloween is coming up.
Halloween is coming up.
Yeah,
That's all I said, man.
Sorry, I thought you asked me a question. I was like,
Is Halloween coming up?
Question mark?
Halloween is coming up. Don't miss the next episode to find out.
So, guys, what have you been
Halloween,
up to
not
this week?
Well, should we start with Maya? Where do you want to start?
Room.
There's an elephant in the room?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's standing over there.
Oh my god!
Yeah, let's talk
No,
the big topic of Indigo and Maya. The forgotten story of the past is now not forgotten.
Yeah.
No, I just make it.
Yeah.
Go for
it. Yeah. So Saturday, a few days ago, was it Saturday? Was it Friday? No, it was Saturday, right? Saturday. Yeah. I did my big 300,000 subscribers special video. Thank you all the way, buddy. By the way, everybody. I don't know, man. I haven't spoken English all day.
Thank you all the way, buddy.
I need like 30 minutes of English warm up. Thank you, buddies, for being all the way. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, but I did a 300,000 subscriber special video, which, if you haven't seen it, minor spoiler, but I announced in the video that, me and Maya announced that we have secretly, behind everybody's back, been a couple for 2.5 years-ish.
Yeah.
Which has been a minor secret on YouTube. As I say in the video, it's the worst kept secret, because most people know, and like... At least like 20% of the comments on the video are like, "Oh, was this a secret? We just kind of assumed, but all right, whatever you say, man."
Yeah, I guess because we're like, there's so many vlogs and stuff where we are.
Yeah.
Like, you see that we have when we check into hotel rooms and there's only one bed or stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of like small scenes, but we've never like said it or confirmed.
No,
it.
we never like acknowledged it.
Yeah, you always
People,
refer
bomb
to each other as friends in videos, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. But like most people figured, and everybody in the industry know, obviously. So yeah, it's like whatever. So that's been kind of a shock, kind of a rethinking life.
A lot of like bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Like it's different, like to live stream now, and like otherwise we always like avoided all the comments. It was like, is that your girlfriend? Is my and he goes, are they dating? Are you gay? Are you?
Is Indigo a girl?
It's Indigo a girl. Is he gay? Is he? Yeah, and all
Yeah.
of that. And now we were just like, yeah, and I could kiss on Indigo if I want to in a video or whatever live stream. So it's
so
very
like,
cool.
because obviously, like I met up with you guys and I knew, but then I thought you just kind of kept it a secret from online just because like you wanted it to be like private and personal. But in the video, you spoke about it being like a thing with like in Japanese culture if you want to work in Japan and stuff.
Yeah,
Which I find crazy.
Yeah,
Go
that
into
is-
it
a little
really
bit.
is.
Yeah, it is a whole ordeal over
So
there.
it started with like, or I guess since we've both like worked on our separate ways. In
I mean,
Japan,
you worked
like, before.
in Japan, so to speak, before I did. So
Yeah, I guess so. I
with the
was
record
there
label and
before you.
everything.
Yeah.
How was that
And,
like with like back then? Because I don't even know all the details. But like back
No, you
then,
don't.
when you used to work with the record label before we hung out, like
Yeah,
how
before we
what was
met.
the like their policies regarding relationships in general
So,
back then?
Like they didn't tell me anything in the beginning. I think they sort of assumed that I knew like how to.
How things are done?
Yeah.
kinda.
Yeah.
I kind of got the vibe, but apparently I was like, without getting into too many details, but I met a few people, like a couple of people, and I maybe like I had my share of fun, you know. But I got backlash for that because I think I was like I'm. Oh right, microphone. Sorry, I was making up with one person and like two different persons in a span over like it was not that far in between, but then one of the managers told me that like one of the big selling points for girls in the like music industry in Japan is like one thing that they value very high is that the girl is supposed to be like untouched and sacred and like clean and new and fresh. Yeah. So like if you've been with somebody before that, it could like lower your value as an item. It's very like objectifying.
Yeah, like
women.
real estate.
Yeah, and it's kind of backwards thinking. You could never say that to like a dude. They would, you know.
Yeah.
That's why there is feminists in the world. That's why we kind of need them. But anyway, so I got like backlash from them, and they told me to, like you should like don't do that out in public. You have to be more like discreet with like if you're seeing someone, you can't like show it when your fans are around or like when other artists like because we were often. When I had played a show in Tokyo, and often if it were like a little bit bigger show that we played with a lot of different bands and artists, it would often happen that we went out afterwards, and they have something in Japan called an uchiage, which is like an after party after a gig. So, but they have a name for it, and uchiage is like everybody, all the bands, and like. Some of the audience, the hardcore fans, everybody go out together and they drink the night away, and it's usually very fun. But yeah, so they're very strict about like how to behave when fans are among the crowds and when you know the other people who are there are other band members. And I remember I had a really hard time like to understand the difference between like who were fans and who were like maybe the support guitarist for that other band or this dude who were in another band but just came to see us this night. But maybe they were fans. I didn't know who was who really, and I didn't really care because I thought it all was people. But then I noticed like when I'd been there for a while that people were really like acting differently depending on who was there. So
yeah, Japan has a way more like when it comes to social interactions and like how you talk to certain people, almost like a social. Like a class system almost, but on a very casual level. It's really weird.
And
you get really used to it after a while, and then when you come back here, it's really weird to be back in like classic Europe.
Yeah.
Because like you're not supposed to talk to certain people. If you're a customer in a shop, you're supposed to talk to the clerk in one way, but the clerk has to talk to you as a customer the other way. But you shouldn't talk to another customer. Like it's like all of these millions of social rules, and that applies, you know, even more to artists and you know in these kind of situations.
Yeah.
It really is
they
like
didn't want
a mess.
me to get unpure.
Yeah. And like, there's been like I mentioned in the video, there are so many stories out there that are like widely known in like the Japanese pop and rock kind of media and industry and things, with like big pop groups, especially. Like, there are these huge Japanese pop groups that have like, you know, a couple of girls who all sing and dance together and release music. And so many times these enormously huge famous groups have had a member like getting caught being like holding hands, or like their relationship has like leaked.
Like the dance group, I think it was AKB48 or something. One of the girls, like, she's in a huge pop group. She held
They're
hand.
Literally the biggest group in Japan.
Yeah,
they're insanely huge.
She held hand with her boyfriend on the street, and some photographer caught them. But they were just holding hands on the street, and that got caught on photo. So the girl had to walk out in the media, and she shaved her head.
She had to shave her head on camera.
Yeah, like
pressured from
shame.
her. Not like a Britney Spears kind of, you know, I'm going to shave my head to make a statement. Like,
was like,
she was forced to do it by her company, or they would like hire the mafia to kill her, basically.
No, I don't think so. But she was forced to do it. Yeah. To like show her like how dedicated and how sorry she was. She did it to like show that she really meant it, that she really was sorry this happened, and she shaved her head in shame.
Wow.
To like,
and she made a video like sitting like super serious in front of the camera and like, hello everybody, I am here to talk to you because I have embarrassed myself, I've embarrassed my family, and I'm so sorry. And then she like bows for like a minute.
Really? I haven't seen that.
Yeah. So, you know, and that's like, it's not uncommon. The same, sadly, also goes with men who are in rock bands, especially these kind of visual kei rock bands in Japan. Often those rock band members date these pop idols, and whenever something like that leaks, it's like crazy. Like, both bands' record companies like start fighting, and it's insane. So, long story short, long story long, I guess, but since we do both work quite a lot in Japan, with all of this in mind, you know, it's been hard to like, where do we draw the line? I don't know. Do we even dare to hold hands in Tokyo at all? Who might be watching? We meet people all the time, like in the streets, who are fans and who are other bands in Japan as well. Like Japanese people and foreigners we know who work there. And like, are they supposed to know? Maybe they aren't. I don't know. Maybe.
But I think some kind of like, we got some kind of security now that, like before I met you, Indigo, I was like, the record label I work with was all I had in Japan, and if they would like kick me out, I would have had, you know, nowhere to go, more or less. But now we are so strong on our own. With Indigo's channel now hit like 300,000 subscribers. People want to work with us because like we're strong in ourselves, and then you can, you know, demand more, or put your foot down and say like, hey, we're together.
This is how it is. Like, you want to work with us, you got to deal with this, you know.
Because
it sounds harsh, but you know,
you can be in charge of your brand.
For sure. And so I basically, like, from my end, I kind of made up my mind that like I respect this cultural aspect with Japanese people doing it this way. I think it's kind of weird, but like, who am I to judge them? But I also don't really want to be a part of it more than I really need to. And I kind of felt like the time probably has come where we are, you know, I don't know. I'm not going to say we're too big to lose, because that is an absolute untruth. But like,
but there's still something to it.
Yeah, I guess with the numbers we got now, I guess I'm finally on a personal level confident enough to like take the risk. I guess.
Yeah, because people are going to want to work with you anyway. Like,
right.
I think that's the biggest difference. Yeah, but for me as well to be working with you now. Like before, I had no numbers on my own when I got to Japan. I was like a nobody when I got there. And I built a name for myself, but that was like in the music scene in Japan, which I couldn't, you know, change in any way that I wanted to, because I weren't big enough. Yeah. So I think it's definitely like we have another play field now.
Yeah, for sure.
But you got a lot of pressure from your Swedish band as well, didn't you? From Batar.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a mutual thing. Like when I joined Batar, which was like late 2015, there was kind of a thing like, if we're gonna try and do something in Japan, we need to understand how Japan works. And so I kind of vowed that like, all right, I'll just never, if I get a girlfriend, I'll just never tell anybody. And then I kind of met you right after I did that. I was like, oh, shucks. But
at that time, I think I wouldn't have wanted to like be public that early, because then at that time I was working much closer with my record label in Japan.
Yeah.
Than I am now. I'm working closer with you than I am working with them, kinda.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite weird.
So
how's it
I guess we'll have to. You know, it feels good. It feels weird. It's been
it's
such a big thing for so long, obviously.
yeah.
But
it feels relieving. I think like because we were bracing a bit like about the reception.
yeah,
People could be like, no, I don't know. Didn't know what to expect, but we've just.
because again,
been getting-
often in Japan when this happens, the girl in the situation when a relationship like this leaks or whatever, the girl typically gets so much hate from other fangirls.
Yeah.
Like, you don't deserve to be with this guy.
Yeah.
Way more than the other way around. So I was like, well, you know, brace, this might be a thing.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get so much hate when we go
Yeah.
out with this and etc. But we've been just we've been getting so much love from everybody, and like my Instagram, like I did a post the same day Indigo posted the video.
Yeah.
Like a picture of us kissing. It's a cute picture, and it got like exploded, and I think both on your and my Instagram,
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah, for
it's
sure.
become like the biggest, like most liked.
The most liked picture on our Instagrams ever.
But yeah, but like it has, and I got like 300 comments on my picture, and everybody is just like, yes, oh my god, we wait for this,
and like it's exploded with people like, yes, finally my ship came true, and like so much like fan art of us,
so much
and like
fan art, yeah.
And like I've seen
Crazy.
2 negative comments on the entire internet.
Yeah, all in all.
And both of them have been from 2 fans who I previously knew who were kind of haters anyway.
Yeah.
Like who's been hating on us on me and the band for like years. So it wasn't too like unexpected from those 2. But
That's 2 people out of hundreds and hundreds.
Oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
I think that picture got at least like almost 1,500 likes, and yours got like 3,000 something.
Oh yeah. I never had a picture
Instagram.
even reach 2,000 before, so this was like,
That's awesome.
what the hell?
Yeah, so we've just been getting so much support, and that feels wonderful, and I'm just so happy. And like we're like every day since we announced it, we've just been like coming up with new stuff we can do now that we couldn't before, and like stuff we can talk about.
Yeah.
And, like I can make so much more funny like day of my life videos when we travel.
You
for
can
example,
finally
and-
like prank me when we're traveling in our hotel rooms in ways that we
I've
couldn't
been
before.
wanting to do that like so long,
I
like
know.
film Wake and go up in weird ways and stuff. But I'm like, it's gonna be too obvious if
Like, why
if
are
I
we
film
both
you in
sharing
your
the same
bed.
very small bed?
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
So I've been like, damn it. So brace.
I'm bracing. It's good content. Content.
Yes. How do you feel about this, Dave?
Well, I think it's awesome. Yeah, I was really. Your video was really good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, well, you know, like I said, like when I met you guys is kind of obvious. So, I just never.
we weren't trying to hide it from you,
why,
really.
Why
So
it wasn't like a public thing? Because I was like, you know, maybe it's just like they would want to keep that side of it private. But
Yes.
that whole like
yeah,
thing with Japan, just it's crazy, isn't it? Like the fact that it's that
it is.
that big
It
of a
is
thing.
stupid. It's crazy. Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
mean, no,
But you are.
I'm happy for
like-
both of you. It's really good.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
do have a question from Alex K. We got a lot of questions, by the way, this week. Alex K asks, does Dave feel like the third wheel in the podcast now? I'm like, oh god, that was a minor thing that I considered before we released the video. I'm like, is Dave gonna be sad on the podcast now? I don't know.
Well, I knew anyway, so it's all good. No, I think it's good, and it's like you said, it's so obvious, you know, like you're always in the same, doing the same thing together. But you know, I think I don't think it really. The only thing it changes is you guys being able to talk about that side of things. I think, which is cool.
Yeah.
But other than that, you know,
Yeah,
we
you
don't
were
have
still
to
the
like
same
mind
with each
what
other.
we
It's
say.
just that you couldn't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
for
know
sure.
what I mean? It's not like it was an act up until this point.
No.
Yeah,
So it-
and like.
Totally. It was
Yeah.
just like avoiding certain
Yeah,
Like to me,
topics.
to me, if anything, like it opens more doors for accessibility. Like it's easier to like spontaneously vlog without needing to like think twice. Like,
Yeah.
wait, can I film this or like whatever?
Yeah, like is
Does this match up with our story? You know?
yeah. So now we could just
So,
be more
yeah.
spontaneous and
Yeah,
go
for sure.
it.
No, I think it's
So
cool.
yeah, super
feels
excited
so
about that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
to round things off, I guess everybody listening, watching, thank you all for the incredible support.
Thank you so much. It
Yeah,
really means
it was kind of a big yet kind of terrifying move to make.
Yeah, it was
but,
scary.
You know, in hindsight, totally worth it for sure. So yeah, let's just. I guess all that remains now is like get back to Japan and see what happens.
Yeah.
If we get in through immigration, they're like, oh, Indigo Maya, you guys are together, right? Denied.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, like at the airport, they just don't let you in.
You're like, nope.
Like the record label already called the immigration, like, don't let these two bastards in.
No. No, they wouldn't.
Oh my lord. Anyway, that was a kind of a thing that happened.
Yeah.
Sorry for taking up like half the podcast almost, but
No, I think everyone wants to kind of hear about it, you know. And
I guess
interesting.
good to have it done with. Should we talk about videos this week? What have we guys done on our channels? Dave, what have you done on the channel this week?
Let's start with you, Dave.
I can't remember. I just posted a remix.
Oh, man.
Just before we were recording this.
I saw it, the Markiplier one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta say, that's one of the best ones you made in quite a bit.
Yeah,
Well
I
done.
was really happy
I
with
like
it.
the penis part.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
sorry.
penis part was.
Cut out then, sorry. Oh, the penis part.
still
yeah.
here?
Sorry. Yeah, I like the penis part.
Yeah, and all the kind of Italian style opera towards the second half was
Oh
like
yeah,
really good.
that's my favorite bit as well. Like, because it's from the one hand clapping game where everyone's singing, and I did Pewds and Jack, but I didn't realize at the time Mark had already played the game because the video he played it in was like a compilation, like a mixture of games.
Yeah, three games, whatever, three games in one video.
So I left it, but then I was watching it again like earlier in the week or whatever, and I was just like, oh, there's some bits in it that aren't just like the notes that the game tells you to play. So it gives me more to work with, you know. So yeah, I did it, and that bit is my favorite because like there's loads of like bits where he's just really like gunning for it and just singing all these notes. So I was happy with it. I did a Game Grumps remix as well. I don't know when that was.
Yeah,
I
was
saw that
really
one.
Cool. Like,
was-
it's so rare for them to have like actual footage of themselves.
Yeah, but
in the video.
they've been doing like these 10-minute power hour kind of things recently,
maybe,
so
but-
they have quite a bit of face cam.
Yeah, but they do also. There's a lot of music in the series normally, but this one I found a couple of samples in there. I was like, yeah, I can work with that.
Yeah, when Dan is
That's really
singing
nice.
the part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so good.
and then I did the 100,000 subscriber special.
Yeah.
Dude, I wanted to talk about
With
that
your, like,
one.
spoken word in the
Yeah.
in the ending.
Yeah.
Dude, that whole poem at the end, I was like, it spoke to me. I didn't comment on the video because I was out riding on the train and it was like in the middle of the night. Actually, same night as I did the when I realized that the world looks like
There's
Halloween.
Halloween.
Same trip. I watched the video and I was like, this is a good video. Then you did your spoken word poem towards the end. And I just sat there and I was like, whoa. And I rewatched it like 3 times.
Yeah.
And it's a very well written poem. I do agree when you say it's one of the best things like you've made. Maybe that I've heard at least.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like I said in the video, it was after like I had a year where like my granddad had a heart attack and like I had this car crash and everything just happened like and it gave me perspective. And then I just realized I was like, you know, why do I care what people think? I just need to do what I want to do.
Right.
So I spent literally the rest of the year writing, and one of the things that I wrote was that, and that is all about like me the like change I went through. My mind was literally going from like I was just had this like it was literally like an epiphany. I just like realized that that I just need to try and just do what I want to do, and that was me like expressing that, and I think it is the best thing I've written. It's the first or second video I posted on YouTube on my old channel.
Really? Talk about starting on a high ground.
Yeah, and I've been sitting on it for ages because I've wanted to redo it. But my idea was always to like do it in the style of, you know, the Boy in a Band video about school. Do you know what I mean? What's it called?
Yeah.
Don't stay in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do it like that, you know, like film it and edit it, that kind of style.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought about like approaching him and asking if he'd be interested in producing it, which I still might do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, totally.
But
That would be so cool.
But I was just like, you know what, like I want to get it out there again because it means a lot to me. So I do, but I still want to turn it into like a proper legit video. But I think I need someone to help me with the video side of it. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah, for sure.
So and the comments on that video were like they're crazy. It always surprises me when I do a video like that. It's just like so many nice comments. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It's awesome.
Because I think most people who are in this kind of position that we're in, who've like at some point or another like had that kind of a realization that like, why am I not just doing whatever I should be doing and really want to be doing, and then start doing it. I think most people go through those kind of realizations that you go through, and you just put the words like so elegantly on those exact thoughts. I'm like, yeah. Like you should put that. You should put it on iTunes, man.
I remember the
Put
day.
the poem on
Actually,
iTunes.
I remember when I wrote it. I started. I had like I just like a line in my head, and then I just wrote, and then I think I was in uni in the cafeteria, and I just sat there just writing for like an hour or whatever. And I didn't even think about it. I wasn't thinking about what rhymes or anything like that. I was just writing and writing, and then that's just what came out of it. Like I refined it a little bit, but you know.
Yeah.
And that's the version that
It's so good.
I did on Friday, or not on Friday, on that video. Is actually shorter than the original. I took out a bit of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the
Because
original.
I assume the ending was new, right?
The ending's new, and I changed a couple bits, and I took out like a whole verse, or maybe two.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
So yeah, on Curly Dave, that's the full versions there. But yeah, thanks.
It's still up, the old version.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's a rap though. It's like got music to it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love this word, like the kind of spoken word.
Yeah, me too.
Like one of my favorite artists in the whole world is a Japanese band called Amatsarashi, and they made so many songs that are spoken word with this exact kind of ambient pad in the background, very similar to what you made, but in Japanese, so I can't understand it. But like, this evoked the same feeling, but stronger since I actually understood the words. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
So
I always want to post
great
more
job.
stuff like that, but it's so different to
You should.
to what I do.
But
you
yeah,
know?
it
it's
is. But
hard,
like, yeah, but like, if you like, here's the
more
thing.
like-
If you do that, then that becomes the thing that you do, and then it's not different anymore. You know,
Yeah.
if you do it once, then it's weird. But if you do it twice, then it's a thing you do.
Yeah.
So just do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's good stuff, and like,
will.
why?
It's scary because it's like most of that is it's very honest in another way.
Yeah.
That, like you can be funny and ironic in videos, but when you put something like that, you're like showing them yourself, like your soul, your yeah.
Oh, so you cut out.
And that it can be scary. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
it's more
about your
intimate,
point
isn't it?
with-
You know, the content.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
more intimate. Yeah,
But
yeah,
like speaking of boy in a band, he made a song called "I'm Not Dead," I think, a while back. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
It's so good. I was
Yeah.
also thinking about
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
That one was like, that is to me one of the best like music things that a YouTuber has made, like maybe ever.
Incredibly
It's
good.
really
like,
good.
Yeah, like the message and the way it's written and everything.
and the video and everything. I
Yeah,
think
it's so
very-
strong. Like it's such a good song. Like if you like
very
ignore the lyrics, it's
relatable
such a good song. But like the lyrics are so good in that one as well.
Yeah.
Like really hitting the nail on the head. Like thoughts that I guess again most people who are in a similar position as us like have maybe had. So yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to the other Dave as well.
Yeah. So what have you guys been up to this
Dave X Dave.
videos wise? What have you done apart from your announcement?
I released a video where I opened fake Pokemon cards.
Right. Oh, dude.
This
you?
week,
I
and,
haven't seen that. I'll have to watch that.
Yeah. Well,
That was
it's-
crazy. Yeah,
it's
we
pretty
went.
funny.
We visited a farmers market a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, with your
close to where I
father
live, and it was like a huge, like several miles long, and there were all these weird tents with people selling like bootlegged toys. I tweeted a picture of some Minecraft toys that said Minecraft 2 on it.
Yeah, I saw that. I
like-
saw that,
Does
yeah.
that
yeah,
exist?
I was like, yeah. So the same vendor also sold these Pokemon trading card game booster packs, you know, but they weren't official. They said Pokemon Go.
Yes, I have one here. I'm going to show
Yeah,
the camera.
like they look legit,
But
but
on the
they're
pack it
absolutely
says
not.
Pokemon Go VIP
Yeah,
trading card game new.
but like they're super well made. I could see these passing for like real Pokemon cards if you don't like look at the grammar and everything. So you know, and
It's
these
just-
cards are so not legit.
That is so not legit. And I got like 3 different versions of them in the same like kind of wrapping. So one
Yeah.
was like actually Pokemon. I thought it would just be like fake Pokemon cards that they had copied. Like they take a real Pokemon card and copy it, and
Yeah.
you know. But like they made new cards which are basically based out of screenshots of Pokemon Go in
Yeah,
game.
the like stats.
Yeah,
No
so
way.
they went into someone's account in Pokemon Go and they just screenshot it different Pokemon.
Yeah,
And
so some of them have
weird
like
names and
yes, like whoever's account they did the screenshot from
it's
had
not
like
good.
set like custom nicknames to some of them that ended up being on the cards.
Yeah, it's
so
just like I got a Tangela which called like Xiaomeng.
yeah.
And a Squirtle that's like Gualingo, and I'm like, what is this?
Like Vaporeon is called like Rainer.
Rainer, and that's so stupid because in Pokemon Go, if you want to evolve an Eevee into Vaporeon,
Yeah, you have to change his name to that, right?
Yeah, you change his name to Rainer. So obviously someone had, changed the name to evolve it, but
But didn't change it back before they sent it to the printing factory.
yeah, it's just so stupid.
But like the backside looks good. It looks like the classic Pokemon trading card game
Not
backside,
really.
except with the Go logo.
Yeah.
Like it's
But
good at
some
Photoshop
card
job.
were like, no, it's not.
It's
You can't really
decent.
say it is.
It's decent. It could have been worse.
It could have been.
I expected it to be
That's
way
true.
worse.
Yeah,
So
so I got like some cards had a completely different backside, and some were like just
Yeah.
legit fake Pokemon cards, like the usual kind you get.
yeah.
But anyway, I opened a lot of them, and I realized in the ending of the video that all of them had this weird like small hand symbols on them. They aren't usually on the cards.
Yeah.
And like when I was opening up the last pack or something, I was like, wait, what are these hands? And then I realized it's rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
So
That's
on
how you play
every
the
card,
game.
there is either a rock, paper, or scissor hand. So in the end of the video, without telling Indigo, I just like called on you and
let's
asked you to play
Pokemon
Pokemon Go with me, and you were like, okay, what is this? And then we just like draw one card each and see like who got rock, paper, or scissor, and
Such a stupid game.
I'll have to
Oh
watch
my
that.
god.
But it was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's crazy. You did another part of that, right? That's not out yet.
Yeah, I did. I haven't filmed because I also bought a box at that market.
Oh, right, this one. It's like
Yeah,
a Pokemon
it's
Go
called
trading
Poke-
card game.
No, it's-
Steel box.
It's called Pokemon Go. No, it's called Pokemon 6 Go Trading Card Game Evolutions. New.
Wait,
It's like-
Pokemon 6? I didn't even see. Oh, it actually says Pokemon 6. Like it's the number
like,
6
I
in the
don't know what
Pokemon
to
series.
read.
With the Pokemon font, but like poorly made.
Yeah.
Pokemon 6 Go.
It's really weird.
Evolutions.
But I haven't. I'm going to make a video when I open that up. But I did also film like a unboxing video of some stuff I bought from a Pokemon center in Japan when we
God.
were there in Tokyo.
Dave, I wish you could see the text on the backside of this box.
It's incredible.
Let me just read it real quick. So on the backside of this steel box, there's
Okay.
a big wall of text, kind of like the backside of a book.
It's in the ending of the video I put up. If you
Yeah.
want to read it.
Half the letters are caps lock, half of them aren't in random order, and some of the spaces between the words aren't there, and some are in the wrong place. But it basically says, Pokemon 6, Go, Trading Card Evolutions. Journey to the Johto Regtan to reveal Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Pokemon are the heart and soul of Great Pokemon Trainer, with small p in Pokemon. And now is Vover chance to catch some of the greatest Pokemon of all time. With new kinds of cards that will change the WoW you play, like Pokemon Prime and the astonishing Pokemon Legend, Ho-Oh and Livugia, plus lots of trainer cards that will accelerate your game, and select energy cards with a brand new look. The Heart Gold and Soul Silver expansion will get you started on your journey to greatness. Period. That was a sentence. And then it says Pokemon USA Inc., which I think is not correct.
No?
Don't think this is licensed, despite what it says. This is insane,
That
man.
sounds pretty
So,
cool.
Yeah. Great buy, Maya.
thank you. It was £7.
Totally worth it.
What about you?
Yeah.
What about you, Indigo?
So I've actually been taking a kind of a mini vacation this past week of YouTube, kinda. So Saturday, not this past Saturday, but like Saturday almost 2 weeks ago, I released the All Ones Out remix that started doing really well all of a sudden in the algorithms. So I did an instrumental version, as I always do, and then I did an 8-bit version, and all of them started doing really well. So I was like, you know what? I've been working really hard. I'm going to take a few days, let this one do its thing, and I'm just not going to work for a few days. Because I typically get very stressed out because I'm like, I have to do daily
like,
videos.
I'm not working, I need to do something.
Yeah, and I
I do the
know
same.
that bothers not Maya the least. Like, You're like, hey,
so stressed out, and I
like, can we go have lunch? And I'm like, rah, 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 you know.
Like, I don't have time to eat lunch. And you're like, I don't have time to go to the toilet. I'm like,
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. So I actually took a few days off. I'm like,
so
well, this video is
messy.
doing all right. I can afford a few days to not make any videos. And so, yeah, I did that one, and then I really didn't do many other videos at all. We did the girlfriend reveal. I'm just looking at the video here. I did a remix of Abroad in Japan as well, which is one of my favorite channels.
do you know who that is, Dave?
Only from Endigo talking about him, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah.
I think you told me about him when we met, maybe.
Yeah, it's a fantastic channel. He did a video, Chris Broad, the host, when he was sitting at a restaurant with his friend, and they were like beatboxing, and then he tweeted like, hey, if anybody remixes that beatboxing part, I'd be super happy. So I did a remix. It wasn't the best thing I've ever made. Reason being, I forgot my big headphones that I mix with. So I only had my like small phone headphones to work with. But I did it. I posted it. It was all right. But then someone else did a way better one, like an hour after I did. I was like, okay, well, never mind. But that was fun anyway. Aside from that, I've been working on a big new project that
it's very exciting.
I think it's too soon to say anything about it. Dave knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah,
but
cool, yeah.
I'm
all of us are in it.
yeah, I'm doing a big music thing. It's gonna be a special remix for this Halloween that I started working on as I'm recording this yesterday. And so it's gonna feature a lot of other people. Hopefully, Mai's gonna be in it. Dave, I think, is gonna be in it, unless he backs out.
I'll try
You're
to.
still in there?
And then I'm in.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and we have a few other people who are confirmed, and some who have said they're interested, but who I haven't heard back from since. So, but it's gonna be cool. Hopefully, I don't want to give too much away, but it's super exciting.
It's very exciting. It's some new names we haven't worked with before.
Yeah, that's the most interesting part. All these people, except for the two of you, Dave and Maya, are people who I've thought have been super talented on YouTube. Who I've like, one day I really want to work with these people, but I haven't. And now I just DM'd everybody like, hey,
like,
you want to be in this? And surprisingly, almost everybody said, yeah, dude. I was like, really?
That's awesome.
So hopefully this time next week, maybe. I'm hoping to get this thing released this weekend, but it really depends on how quick everybody are with recording their parts.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It might be next weekend as well, but before Halloween is over, before the month is over, for sure. So yeah, super excited about that.
Exciting.
Yeah.
I always,
I'll tell
whenever
you
I
more.
like have an idea to like collaborate, I always like want to ask people, but I'm just so rubbish at asking people to do things. Like I could, I just like applaud
Scary.
the way you like message people and just ask them. I'm like, I wish I could do that. Like there's so many things that would be so much better if I just asked. And there's nothing wrong with asking.
Yeah.
I just
No, because I figure most people are either gonna like not reply, and then
Yeah,
you're
or
like,
say
oh
no.
well,
Yeah, or
fine.
say yes, yeah.
Or they'll say no. Yeah, I had one person who I was like really excited to work with on this. And like, what if he says yes? And he was like, dude, I would have loved to, but I'm working on another song that like I have a like tight deadline with. But thanks for asking. Next time maybe. And I was like, oh, okay. I actually had a chance to work with this person. I never thought I would, but now there might be an opening for something else in the future.
Yeah.
So,
just need to buckle up and
you
ask
never
them.
lose if you ask.
Yeah.
Like the worst thing that could happen is they say no or they don't answer, and then it like the outcome is the same as if you had never asked anyway.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah. Can't
Yeah,
wait.
if you never ask, you can never know.
Also,
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
I did. I released an episode of the musical again as well. The Shane Dawson episode.
Right, the Shane one.
Shane
dude.
Dawson.
Did you guys? What did you
And
guys
Chad.
think? What did you think?
Loved it.
I thought it was. I love the kind of Queen vibes to it. It kind of felt like The Show Must Go On by Queen. Like a reimagining of that one.
Yeah.
Very, very dark. Very beautiful. Love the arrangements. But all that aside, the ending with Nick Crompton was like the best thing on your channel ever.
But you know what? Actually, that's funny. What made me think about that ending was your impression of British people, like on the podcast a couple of weeks ago.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
Because you were like saying all this stuff that's like what you thought was stereotypical British, and I thought that's funny. And then when I was doing it, I was like, oh, I can do that for Nick Crompton because I found that funny. So yeah,
That's so funny.
yeah.
God, I feel like so honored to have had some minor influence in that specific part.
Yeah, did you see my tweet about the watch time on that video?
No.
Yeah, it was over 100%,
seen
right?
it.
Yeah, but I don't understand how it could be over 100%.
Really?
That is so weird.
It was
Like people
109%. I never checked stats
rewatch
through
it,
there,
maybe.
but I
What?
tried like the new you know, like there's an update, like a beta version of the update.
Yeah.
So I tried that, and it like tells you like these random stats, and that was one of them. And I was like, yeah. So it's weird.
That is weird. I
weird.
mean, maybe people watch it in like 1.5 speed, if that counts. I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe. Yeah.
Like the video is 2
I'm
minutes,
trying
but
to
they
make
spend
it,
3
like,
minutes
a
watching
weekly
it
series,
because it's
so-
slower.
But it's so much work. It does take
Yeah.
ages.
That's a good idea, but yeah, I can imagine. Like
Yeah, it
the
must be,
animations
like,
alone,
animating
like
the mouth and everything.
like I get like scared thinking about that. Like, oh god.
Yeah. So
But you know, kudos for having the energy to put into it,
thanks, man. I'm hoping.
especially on a weekly basis.
I
Like,
kind of want it to turn into something. You know, I'd rather that be the focus. So because there's so much you can
Yeah,
do
but
with
it's
it.
nice, and you probably will get like faster at it.
Yeah.
yeah, and like
working with it.
that formula has such potential for growing and becoming like a big thing. Like,
Yeah, because
the next step for sure.
I can do like big songs, or I could do like multiple little jingles, or it could be more narrative based. I can get people to come in and collaborate on the
Yeah.
music, or people to come and be a voice or sing. You know, it's
Yeah.
so many options. It's just getting it rolling. I
Yeah,
think.
That's true. Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
But talking about drama, have you guys seen that Logan Paul is getting his YouTube Red series or his film or whatever renewed? They're allowing him to do it because they cancelled.
The
Really? I
Thinning
haven't
2
seen
or whatever.
that.
Yeah, it was like breaking right before we started recording.
Oh, so
he
right
was
now.
let back in on Google Preferred as well, right?
I assume so.
Really?
If they
I think
give him
so.
the series back, yeah.
Yeah. But this
Oh,
could mean,
no
as
way.
Grande so elegantly put it, Scare PewDiePie Season 2 might be back. Maybe?
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
probably
I
not.
think that's
but
what
maybe.
everyone's like. Everyone's like, so Logan can get this back after like filming a dead body. Does that mean that Scare
Yeah.
PewDiePie 2 is going to come out?
See, now it's not entirely ruled out anymore, which is
Yeah.
great.
That's
you know?
true. That's
I think it's
So, maybe.
yeah.
I think it's so weird that he got back in at all.
really weird.
They must have watched Shane's documentary and like, oh, these guys aren't so bad after all. Let's give him a break.
I think with
Maybe.
the thing with
But
Logan,
Maybe not.
like
I don't
Logan
know.
isn't portrayed very.
No, he's
well
not.
in-
Yeah, well,
in
Logan
the
isn't
series.
portrayed very well in the documentary, though.
No, he's like the bad guy.
but I think the
like-
thing with him, he's so charismatic. He's so easy to sell to the mainstream audience. Do you know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
guess.
And that's what YouTube.
Yeah,
like
because
about
like if YouTube, right? Like if YouTube wants a face to sell to all the kids, like he is a good one. He's a good face
him. Yeah.
for YouTube as a platform to grow.
Yeah.
If he doesn't do any more bad shit, so yeah, for sure.
So do you think that?
Speaking of which, have you? Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, do you think Pewd should get his series back if Logan gets?
I
his
mean,
back?
I think he
I think
shouldn't.
so.
I think he shouldn't have lost it in the first place. Oh, look at that! Is that Dave?
Yeah, I'm drawing Dave.
Oh, hey.
Is that a nose or?
It's a nose. It's coming. I'm not done. Yet.
Okay. Sorry, this looks cool. You have to watch it in the video version, Dave.
Yeah.
Easter egg.
I'll probably. Hopefully, I'm gonna finish this during the episode. That's my goal.
Yeah. I need to speak close to the mic.
Sorry.
It's weird. We only have one mic this episode, as you probably see on the video.
Yeah, and that's why I'm looking down because I'm drawing.
Yeah. You have to draw. You gotta keep the iPad here or something. But yeah. Shoot, I was gonna say something, but I totally forgot
Sorry,
what it was.
I cut
It
you
was
off.
nothing important. Don't worry. No, don't worry about it. Nothing important. Probably. I would have remembered otherwise.
Was it about BetterHelp?
No, but we can talk about
Right,
BetterHelp.
BetterHelp, yeah.
Maya, did you watch the Baited Podcast's response to
No.
Phil's new
Oh,
response?
so good.
Or did we watch that?
Yeah,
Is that the one with this just?
maybe.
this
It was
just
like a
Colossal
few
is
days ago,
crazy?
like 2 days ago.
Yeah, is that the one I sent you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he did the special. Yeah, the one you sent, yeah. Yeah, I checked it out. Do you want to quickly go through the situation for new people? Dan?
Yeah. Well, it's there's a lot of things like.
We can skip. So the bulk of it you can hear in the last week's episode, I
Yeah.
guess.
But so,
So
do you
let's
guys,
just cut to the updates.
do you know what's happened since with Phil and the company and stuff?
Just
I'm
please
aware,
fill us
but
in.
just fill us in.
So yeah, we talked about it last week on like how BetterHelp is just there's a lot of dodgy things going on with it, and Phil has a lot of ties with the company that he didn't originally disclose, and blah blah blah. And this video that I sent
Yeah.
in ago, it basically says that Phil is sponsored by them, whilst being involved with them with his business, which he doesn't disclose, which is edging on being illegal on YouTube. It's like you can't do that. So it's questionable whether it is or not.
Yeah, like FTC.
But it's like what he's done the whole way. If you watch the Beta podcast update video on it, it explains everything perfectly. I can't do it better than that. So but basically Phil's involvement was questionable, and he was defending. Go on, Edgar.
Yeah, no, but that was basically it. And like the Beta podcast thing is like colossal, is crazy, basically debunking his defense, and like how Phil is basically, switching focus onto like allegations that aren't actually allegations, and like trying to like deflect everything instead of actually answering the real allegations. It's all really messy, which makes it seem super shady.
Yeah.
Like, why would he do this if he knew he was innocent? You know?
Yeah. Well, I've also seen. So in that video, Phil says that everything that he does is fan funded by his Patreon. What's it called? Whatever it's called. DeFranco Elite, I think.
Patreon thingy. The Franco Elite.
Yeah, and he says everything's fan funded, and then he goes in to talk about the business. So a lot of his Patreons started to get really worried, and they were like, because it was supposed to be for like a news network and building the channel, and then he had like this live questionnaire where a fan asked him, "Is the money that we're giving you go into setting up a third-party ad agency that's got nothing to do, which is basically just a way of making money?" And then he was like, he was like, "Oh no," and he was saying against it. But in the video, he says that everything's fan funded, including that. So he's contradicting himself on all these points.
Ooh.
But basically, it's all really shady. Phil's being really shady. This whole Patreon thing is coming under question again. Like, where's the money going and everything. But Phil went into the offices with a reporter from I can't remember. And basically, he's now cut his ties completely with the company.
I have no idea.
He tweeted out talking about it. But I think that's probably as a response to Colossal is Crazy's video, because it's so. If you watch that video, you can't come away thinking that Phil's completely innocent in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but he.
Yeah, I mean, he makes a good case if you watch it in a vacuum.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Phil has cut his ties with the company completely now. But so
wow.
It's interesting.
It's all messed up.
Yeah,
Let's see if we have to do a BetterHelp Part 3 next week. Hopefully not, but
I don't think so. I think it's kind of faded. I do kind of weird. The only thing I think could be different is Phil just acknowledging it and apologizing for like being shady. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than that.
Yeah.
I just want to future-proof myself and this podcast and say right away that the next Shane Dawson series is going to be about Philip DeFranco.
Oh.
Yeah. And BetterHelp. 10-part episode about the BetterHelp ordeal.
Yeah.
Didn't Shane announce that he's gonna make a season 2-ish of Jeffree Star as the next one?
Did he?
I think so. I saw somebody on Twitter say like I saw a tweet somewhere saying, "I'm so glad that Shane is doing a second series with Jeffree Star because blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "Oh, is that a thing?" Now I haven't looked into it, so I might be talking shit.
I saw loads of tweets like suggesting ones, and Shane liked all of them. So, who knows?
Yeah, maybe. I wonder what that's going to be about. Maybe they actually start the makeup brand of like Shane's own that we talked about. That would have been cool.
That would be cool, actually.
Yeah. Let's see. Are you guys ready to move on to some questions?
Quickly before we do.
Is there anything else
Yeah, there's one thing.
Oh, yeah?
YouTube went down worldwide last night.
Yeah, right.
It did?
Yeah.
Right, we were
all
sleeping.
asleep.
I had no idea. I just saw my Twitter feed this morning.
I know.
Like, literally, it was a tweet from The Odd Ones Out, like, "Oh, YouTube is down." The next one was, like, abroad in Japan, like, "Oh, YouTube is down." And then, like, every single YouTuber tweeted, like, they all were like, "Oh, my God, apocalypse, we're dying."
If you look at your stats...
I was asleep, and I woke up, and it was back, so I was like,
If you look at your stats, it's just like a gap where it ceased to exist.
Yeah, it looks like somebody chopped it with an axe, like, So, like,
Sick.
yeah, apparently YouTube was down. But, like, there's still some
scary.
views during that hour, so I don't think it was down everywhere, just most where.
And the Social Blade tweeted out saying, during the time that YouTube was down, somehow T-Series still managed to gain subscribers.
Wait.
So
Did Social Blade say that themselves?
They tweeted it out, I think. So suggesting that there's bots involved, but who knows? I think it was. It might not have been social bait. I'm pretty sure it was because I was like,
Interesting.
If you find the tweet, please send it my way. I'd be happy to watch it or see it.
I'll have
Sounds
a look,
weird.
But yeah, questions?
Like we all basically know at this point that T-Series is botted to some extent, but yeah. Oh well. Anyway, let's do a couple of questions and then maybe call it a day.
Yeah.
It's kind of late. All right, let's see here. So we have a lot of these reoccurring ones that people apparently missed, but we can do this classic. Jack, Pewds, or Mark? Who do you choose?
Pewds.
Pewds? Okay, yeah, probably.
You're Mark. You choose Mark.
I think I like Mark's voice and his his mannerisms.
Yeah.
But I just like Pewds' content more at the end of the day. I just do. I'm sorry, Mark. Sorry, Mark. You are my favorite in my heart, but if I'm being real, Pewds, for sure.
Well, actually, let's go further. Let's go further. So, content-wise, Pewds, to go out for a drink with, who would you choose?
Oh.
Maybe Jack. I think Jack would be fun to go out with.
Yeah.
Jack or Pewds? Sorry, Mark.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking Jack might be a bit more fun to go out for a drink with.
Yeah.
And then
I think you could have interesting discussions with Pewds about most stuff. I think you could do that with all of them for sure. But
and then to have on a
probably
podcast, probably Markiplier. That's what I choose.
Probably Mark. Yeah, I've only heard him on a podcast once, and that was on the H3, and that was a good episode.
That's what I mean. That's why.
Yeah. But then again, Jack's H3 was also really good. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Either
Probably
really.
Mark or Pewds on that one.
Yeah.
I think.
What about
Fuck, marry, kill.
Okay, let's go there straight away. Okay, fuck, marry, kill. Pewds, Mark, Jack. Oh my god. I wouldn't marry Mark because I super look up to him as a musician.
Oh, who killed Markiplier?
You are. No! You are. I know you are.
No. Hear me out. Why should I kill Mark?
Because
I want to hear your case before I reveal
on
it.
everything. He's been like the one you've ignored. Like, you're like, I love Mark, but I wouldn't have a beer with him. I don't want him on the podcast.
I don't want to grab a beer.
That's not what I'm saying. Okay, hear me out. Okay, so
I'm gonna DM him.
I wouldn't. Okay, so no. Okay, so I'll just say it like this. I wouldn't marry Mark because I feel like he's super inspiring as a performer and as a content creator to me. But he has a very big personality. I'm not sure if I would be able to stand him on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Like that, maybe. I say that without having ever spoken to him, so I'm horrible. But so I wouldn't marry him, which means I have to either fuck him or kill him. Now, is he the most attractive out of those three?
He's probably the most well trained.
Yeah, he's got the best body.
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, I guess. I might kill him, maybe. I think I'd marry Pewds.
Yeah, same.
And
so?
Yeah.
probably fuck Jack, I guess.
And kill Mark.
Sorry, Mark, I killed it. No, you were right all along.
I knew it.
I might switch Jack and Mark around. I'm not sure.
Mark might be good in bed because he's pretty well trained.
Yeah, I'd bone Mark. And kill Jack. And
I might do
Pewds.
that.
You both kill Jack?
Yeah, only because I feel bad that Mark's not getting any love,
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mark. It's not a good podcast to be Mark. I'm sorry.
No.
Please come on the podcast and redeem yourself.
We're not gonna kill you.
Let's see. Gmol Clef. I probably pronounced that really badly. Why did you decide to do the podcast? And more importantly, how did you choose the name of the podcast? So
You came up with the name, didn't you, Andy?
yeah, we were brainstorming names for a while.
Well, none of us had any ideas, did we? For the name.
No, we
not
we
really.
had a lot of weird names. I think we had a bunch of names, but none of them were really good.
Yeah.
But you came up with the Demonetized podcast pretty fast.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Kinda.
think
I
you
don't
did.
remember how. Yeah, I don't remember how, but I did come up with the jingle really quick though.
Yeah, because it was so much drama on YouTube right then over
Yeah.
everybody being demonetized. So that
Yeah,
word
yeah,
was
yeah.
just flying around everywhere, and
It was
And
it was
that,
probably
you
around
know,
the time that
stuck.
the that whole smaller channels getting
Yeah,
demonetized.
Pewds, yeah, I think
I
so.
just now realized that our channel and podcast branding is like primarily yellow, and the demonetized logo is yellow.
Yeah.
That was not
that
something
was-
I had in mind at all. That's
I
just
thought that was
something I realized just
intentional.
now.
But that was
No, I just
intentional.
realized that now. I'm like, oh, that's
But
clever.
we talked about that. Like we
never
let's-
did. No.
Yeah,
At
that it would
least
be
I didn't.
yellow
Did we?
as the demonetized symbol. Yeah, we did. When we picked the background.
Have
when
I talked
drew the
about this with you,
pictures.
Dave?
I remember
We
us
talked
talking
about
it.
this. It
Kind
was
of.
supposed
I
to
can't
be
remember.
demonetized yellow.
Yeah, because Maya
Am I having a stroke or
Maya
something?
designed it, didn't you, Maya?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
But I picked the yellow though.
Yeah, you picked the yellow, but we.
But I didn't have the logo, the monetized $ in mind when I picked the yellow. I just picked yellow because I wanted something that like
we
nobody
were
else is
talking
using.
about yellow just because of the sign being
Were
yellow.
we? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I'm pretty sure.
Was I drunk at the time? Probably. Oh god.
I don't know, man.
Blood Wolf wants to know: pick one, mango or avocado. Go.
Mango.
Mango.
Really, guys? Come on, avocado easily.
Nah.
No?
Mango is more fresh.
Yeah, it is, but it's not better.
I love
It is
mango.
better.
No, like avocado
Like,
to
if
me
you-
is like the best thing.
But if you got a plate of like cut up mango, fresh, or cut up avocado in front of you now,
like
I'd
if
go
I
for the mango.
well, if I can I put some salt on the avocado,
No.
then I'd pick the mango.
Right.
But if I can put some salt or some soy on the avocado, then I pick that over most stuff, like over French fries even. So if I can pick
Avocado, I
one
like
one
avocado,
like
but
fresh food to have
mango
as the only
is-
food I can ever eat again, it's probably avocado in general.
Avocado
Maybe.
is good, but
Avocado is good.
Mango is
Nah,
a
dude.
bit sharper.
Oh my god. We have another from Data Pack Studio who says fresh avocado or fresh avocado. What?
What?
Wait.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not joking. Sorry.
Oh, what? You serious?
Skip that one.
What was the question?
Fresh avocado or fresh avocado?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a tough question.
Okay.
That's a tough question.
Apex says, and this is not a question, he just says, sometimes I forget if I took a shit or pissed, so I spread my legs and look just to confirm.
I do that as
flexible.
well.
So do I.
You know when you
Like-
sit on the toilet and you bring your phone
Yeah.
and you're just so into it and then you suddenly
you're like, what did I do?"
I need to get back to my room and then like, did I pee?
Yeah.
And you have to check, because you forgot if you actually did
Like,
it or not.
often I leave the bathroom like, oh, that was a nice shit. Wait, was it? I don't remember.
Do I feel lighter?
Like, if
Yeah,
if
do I?
poo-
Maybe not.
If I poo, I often remembered, but if I pee, I don't know.
I don't always remember, honestly.
But you poop so often.
I don't poop all. I poop like a normal
You
person.
poop
You
every
poop so
morning.
rarely. You poop like once every third day or something.
Once every month.
Don't all people do that? It once every month.
Once every blue moon.
Yeah.
Every blood moon.
Should we do one more?
By the way, well, we can do one more. I want to ask you about Call of Duty, but before that, let's do one last one. Let's see here. Snotty says, "How are unicorns fake, but giraffes are real? Like, what's more believable, a horse with a horn or a leopard moose camel with a 40-foot neck?"
What?
That's funny.
Yeah,
That is a good one. That is-
fair
it's
point,
weird.
but
Yeah.
we haven't.
Unicorns are more realistic, I guess, because there are animals with horns in their faces, like
Yeah.
rhinox.
Yeah.
But
That is,
it's not called
that's a
rhinox.
thing
It's called
for that
rhino.
one.
Rhinoceros.
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 No, rhinox are the
Rhino. They're just called
rhinox
rhino.
are the rhino-shaped enemies in Spyro 3 on the PS1.
my
They're called rhinox. So sorry.
Such a
I've been playing too much Spyro. Good game though. Good game, Spyro. Dave, have you ever seen a giraffe in real life?
I think so. Probably at like a zoo or a safari park or something.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, I must have.
But
I can't
really
remember, but
yeah.
I've seen a lot of them. And
Have
I
you-
filmed a lot of them in different vlogs up on my channel.
I have
one from
plugging your
Leon.
shameless plug.
Yeah, shameless plug. I have one clip that's really weird in,
Oh.
in an old vlog where I'm in France, in Lyon, with my little sister, and we're at a zoo, and I'm talking about something, and then suddenly I see a giraffe in the background, and I forgot that I'm holding the camera, and I'm just shouting like, "Ah, it's a giraffe!" or something, and I start running toward this, and I don't realize that I don't like turn off my camera, so it's like,
You like see the
you can
giraffe
hear me
lose
like,
track
"It's a
of life, and like, "Arr!"
you can hear my voice like, "It's a giraffe!"
It's a
in the
unicorn.
background.
Oh my
It's like,
god!
"It's a unicorn!"
It's an unrealistic 40
bloody
feet neck
unicorn.
animal. Oh my god! I want to have a giraffe. Dave, have you played The Last of Us, by the way?
No, but I've watched the playthroughs. I haven't played it.
I was just thinking about the giraffe scene towards the end. So beautiful. You remember that one?
Kind of.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good scene. If you guys haven't played The Last of Us, play it until the giraffe scene, because then you've almost beaten the game. Then stop. It's a very beautiful scene. It's very a lot of serenity in that one.
My Dave is coming along.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, that's a good-looking Dave. Wait, show it to the camera. Can we see it? Wait,
Okay.
let me bring up the
Better
camera.
than we
There
drew
we
in
go.
last podcast or the podcast before.
I gotta say, it looks better than the channel profile pic that
think so?
we're using for the podcast right now.
Well, then I drew.
It's a very different style, but
Yeah, I drew that on my old, like, my pad that I didn't really get to work.
oh yeah, true that.
The logo, so I could probably draw much better ones now. But yeah,
This looks like a kind of. This kind of looks like something like the Game Grumps art, kind of.
Ooh, send it over.
Guess so.
Yeah.
So
I
Dave,
want to see it.
Dave, which color do you want on your shirt?
Dave Grumps.
Dave,
I'm wearing
Dave
right now. I'm
Grumps.
wearing like a dusty pink. So how about that?
dusty pink.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
The background on the picture is already dusty pink,
Oh.
kind of.
Perfect.
But yeah.
It's like Dusty
Well,
Violet.
you choose. You're the artist.
Okay, nice.
All right. Dave, you touched upon this really quick, but you've been playing the new Call of Duty,
Well,
right?
no, I haven't been playing
Rare?
it, but I've heard.
Oh, you haven't?
So I haven't bought one in like years, but I used to play it with my friends when
I saw your tweet about that
Yeah.
you wanted to
yeah,
buy it.
because my friends we all used to like get together and play it locally, like on together, which was some of like the
Oh,
best
yeah.
times. I think World at War we played a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just so much fun.
so
But
fun.
I've never really been into it, because I've just been banging them out. But I've been watching everyone's posting about it, talking about how amazing the game is and how they've just like done.
Yeah,
what
the
people
new
want,
Blackout mode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause it's like the battle royale and the zombies and just multiplayer modes, and now there's local split screen again as well. So I'm kind of tempted to get it, but I know it'll take up my life. So I'm like in between.
Dude, I'm so torn. I've never played a Call of Duty game at all. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
I'm well aware of them, obviously, but I'm so
Played
torn
some.
on this one because like. The whole Black Ops series has been all about the campaign and the story mode.
Yeah.
And when they announced that this one would have no story mode at all and just have the Battle Royale, everybody was like, Fortnite cash grab. And now everybody's loving it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
What kind of message does that send to the publisher?
Yeah.
But,
'cause
they
they've got, like,
at
the
the end of the day,
zombies
if it's a
mode
good
as
game,
well.
it's a good game, Yeah, for sure. And apparently there's some kind of story interwoven between both the zombies modes, the different zombies levels, and also the Blackout mode somehow.
Yeah.
So I think if you feel like it, just go for it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pondering the decision at the moment. I think I need like a couple friends to get it. So if you get it and someone else gets it, I'll probably get it.
That sounds fun. Don't hold your breath. I just bought the new Mario Party 2 days ago, which was like all my video game budget for the rest of this month.
I need to
I
get
think.
Switch as well.
You really do, though.
do.
You really do.
really do.
Pokemon is coming soon.
Pokemon. Yeah, I'm gonna be picking up the new Pokemon. By the way, it's gonna be my first Pokemon since the first one in like
I'm
1996.
So excited.
Yeah. But that new Mario Party though, it's really good.
pretty fun.
It's really good. I've never been a big Mario Party player.
You
but
know what I think? For our next like milestone with the podcast, our next big one, we should all get together and live stream Mario Party, like an episode.
yeah, we could do like the video version is a let's play, kind of like Game Grumps.
Yeah.
And the audio from that is just the episode.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That could be cool.
Fun.
But yeah, it's a really good game. Really good game. Actually, that goes well for the podcast because the matches are about 60 minutes anyway.
Yeah, that was what I thought about.
Yeah, good thinking.
Could be fun.
Yeah, for sure. Highly recommend it. We tried streaming it yesterday. The tech didn't work, so yeah.
But that was our computer's fault.
Yeah, we tried streaming from the Macs again for some stupid reason. I'm gonna be bringing my gaming stream rig that I bought for this exact reason. That isn't here with us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be bringing it here so we can stream it hopefully in a few days. So if you want, Dave, you might be able to, if you watch the stream and we are on Discord, you can tell us how to move your character and we can kind of play.
Ooh, cool, yeah. That sounds fun.
Maybe sounds like a 10-second delay between each
be like the
move.
slowest game ever.
Yeah.
Wicked, man.
Yeah, but it's really fun. Anyway, we've already gone over an hour, so is there anything else we want to say before we wrap it up?
I think we're good.
I think we're closing up on Halloween, right? I think we should do a Halloween special next episode.
We should.
Yeah.
And maybe next episode, my Halloween thing will be out, so we can talk about that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But we should have some spooky outfits or something.
Some
next time,
spooky,
or
scary skeleton outfits.
Something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Costumes for
That
next
would be
week,
fun.
yeah?
Costumes for next week, check. Yeah.
Memes
Bring
are-
your best blood and guts and glory, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be scary. Ooh. Yeah, I'm stoked. Good idea. Anything else, or should we wrap it up?
I think we're good.
I'm gonna post this little picture of Dave here
right.
on Twitter when we're done with the episode.
Nice. Oh, that looks good.
Looks
It
like
looks
this,
it looks
huh?
really well.
Can't wait
Like
to see
well polished already.
It's all right.
Great job.
Thank you. It's pretty simple, but
It's nice.
you know.
Yeah, dude, if you just add some texture to the background, like a wallpaper, then this could be a good shirt art. Like having just this like it is right now on different colors shirts.
Merch.
Maybe.
Dave, do you want to?
Dave, this is a great new merch idea.
I will have a look.
Just change the background
think so?
color and his shirt changes as well.
Maybe.
We'll show you afterwards. But yeah, for now, thank you so much for watching and listening, everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Be sure to rate us on iTunes if you haven't already. Appreciate the support. That helps this podcast grow. And yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up.
Yeah.
So let's start with Dave, creative genius, according to Jack's Films. If people want to hear more of your tunes, see more of your musicals, and perhaps even see you play some Call of Duty, maybe, where can they find info about how to do that?
So I'm at Dave Delirious on Twitter and Instagram, and Dave by Dave on YouTube. Maya, what about you? Where can we find you?
Your illustrosity.
My illustrosity. You can find me on YouTube, Patreon, Twitter, and Instagram under the name Maya Fennick. And if you want to follow more of my digital drawings and stuff, you can follow me at Instagram at MayaFennick-art.
Woo!
Yay!
Well done.
Indigo, how about you?
I'm Indigo on YouTube, Indigo Skyborn everywhere else, and yeah, stay cool until next week. Look forward to my Halloween thing, which will include these other people and some other faces that you may know, maybe, unless everybody backs out, which I'm kind of afraid of, but you never know. But yeah, thank you for all the support, as always. We love you. We'll see you in episode 12.
Yes!
And hopefully a few more after that. Bye!
Bye.